Number 7, divine integration. This is a lovely code. People who have this as a positive, as a talent in their profiles are very, very cool indeed, and very lucky because everybody likes them. Everybody likes a talented 7. So the Hebrew letter is Zion. I've given it the archetype of the connector. I'm also now calling it the source, the networker is the archetype, but I'm calling it now the source connector. I've realized that these 7s, they're the people who connect us all up. If you're wanting to make friends, if you're wanting to be introduced to new people, go and find a 7. A talented 7 will have like a lot of friends. People will love them. They can often be the life and soul of the party. They're very, very likable. And one of their gifts is attracting and bringing together like-minded groups of people. So the 7s, therefore, make incredible facilitators of groups. And like in Frank Alper's symbol, they are the link in the middle, the open link, bringing the others together. So they are like the central rallying point, the source connector, the central rallying point to bring everybody else together. And part of the gifts of the 7 is actually like recommending, like the 7s know who to recommend you onto. If they can't tell you something themselves, they can't give you an answer themselves, they'll recommend you to somebody else who can. They are the source connectors. So again, it's a master number. And when you have it in your profile, it will strengthen, catalyze all of the other codes. The 7s are also the catalysts. They're here to wake you up, and they're here to create change in you, in society. And that's not always easy for people around the 7s, because the 7s, they're the change makers. You know, they are the great change makers, and some people around them may not want to change. So if you've got a 7 as a friend, they're always the ones that are saying like, well, that's great, but you could do this, or go on, do this. Like there's can feel like a little bit of a pushy energy, and they're designed to, they're catalysts. They're wanting to move you forwards. They're wanting to shift you. They're wanting to wake you up. They're wanting you to step into your highest potential. But it depends on whether you're ready to receive that or not. So very catalytic, very much the source connector, great facilitators, working with groups of people. They are out there building communities, online and offline communities. They're incredible people to have in your own business. They're going to be great people leaders in your business. If you hired a 7, they would make a great business leader, connector of people, very, very likable, very attractive energies. And normally the people who have these in their profile will be very magnetic, very charismatic, like they're attractive. And so these energies, because they are so attractive, they can also be used very well when it comes to marketing, because marketing, sacred marketing, is enlightened marketing, at least, is based on the powers of attraction. It's attracting those that your tribe to you, your customers, your clients to you. So 7s can be really good marketeers. They can make great influencers. The 7s can actually make great negotiators, great salespeople. They have these influencing powers. They also have, there's a judge-like energy that comes with the 7s. The 7s are the arbitrators. They're like Switzerland, neutral. They are that judge, that person in the middle who can see both sides of the story and then can normally help a resolution to happen. People who have had legal careers often have these 7s for that reason. But they make great networkers, great connectors. As a challenge, the 7s can, conversely, they can isolate. They can be big time in their isolation energies, not wanting to connect with people, avoiding connecting with people. Deep underneath, they have this fear of being seen for who they really are, and being rejected for who they are. So they can wear masks. So the sevens are learning to take off the mask, to be seen, to be vulnerable, to share who they truly are, and to know that nobody can truly reject you apart from yourself. And if you are self-rejecting, you'll attract other people that reject you. It can happen for the sevens when it's in challenge positions, physical challenges, spiritual challenges, soul destiny. I've seen this as well, that the sevens can be prone to fantasy. They can fall in love very easily. They can put projections, fantasy projections on their partners of what they would love them to be like, what their fantasy partners, what they would like them to be like, but they're not actually seeing the truth. They're not seeing their partners for who they are. And it's a reflection because they themselves are hiding behind a mask. They're trying to be who they think their partner wants them to be, rather than who they truly are. And then what can happen is they can create, and it can sometimes be quite dramatic and very upsetting, they can create separation dramas within their relationship. So their partner might cheat on them. They might find out these terrible things about their partner and be shocked about them. But it's like a reflection, because they were wearing rose-tinted glasses. They were hiding behind a mask themselves. So they're now creating this same thing in their relationship. So authenticity, very important for the sevens. Speaking their truth, putting down the masks. Sevens can sometimes struggle with their own identity. Who am I? And how do I present this? How do I package it to the world? And it's just about being real. It really is just about being real and coming to that place of vulnerability and taking down the masks. Number 8, I'm calling divine values. Hebrew letter is Chet. Archetype is the humanitarian. So this code is the strongest earth energies code that there is. So when it's working as a positive in somebody's profile, if they have it as a talent and it's operating as a talent, then these people will normally feel pretty comfortable being human. They'll feel pretty comfortable in their bodies, with society, with earth. They might not agree with everything, of course they won't, but they're pretty comfortable in the mainstream. They can adapt easily to different types of people, and they quite like being around different types of people. There's this lovely shape-shifting aspect to the 8s. They can literally shape-shift, particularly if you have this in the spiritual part of your triangle. Many 8s you see as you can see different things in their face, like they change into different people, they shape-shift literally. But there is also, from an energetic point of view, the shape-shifting is they are just great at getting on the level with whoever they're talking to. They can like merge, shift their energy, merge with the person that they're speaking to, so that the person recognizes them and they're relatable. It's a really, really great quality of the 8s. So the 8s are very intuitive. They have a lot of emotional intelligence, and they just can see very, very deeply into people, places, and things. In fact, they do have the psychic quality that goes to the 8s is clairvoyance. So they can just see a lot. They can scan a room, they can scan somebody, they pick up on lots of little nuances when they're speaking to somebody, body language. They read energy very, very well. The tone of somebody's voice, they can read lots into. And they can read energy extremely well. The 8s are the empaths. Frank Alper's symbol is this watery amoeba. They can struggle with their boundaries. A lot of star seeds are coming in with 8s in physical challenges or spiritual challenges. Home is not their natural environment. So when it's a challenge, they can struggle to be in the mainstream. They can struggle to be human. They can struggle with their bodies because it's all about the physical plane. An activated 8 will feel good in their body. A challenge 8 is going to feel uncomfortable in their body. They're also normally going to feel uncomfortable and challenged by emotions. Normally there is a large degree of emotional sensitivity that comes with the 8s. These are very sensitive empaths. It can go to the other extreme whereby they're so sensitive that they actually shut down at an early age, and they find it difficult to access their emotions. The 8s in challenge can feel quite freaked out by their emotions, and they can try and escape them and avoid them, can lead them down some difficult roads, addiction being one of them, escaping the way that they feel by food, by alcohol, by drugs, by sex, by process addictions, shopping, gambling, any of those things, to avoid feeling. So the 8s can be quite ungrounded because there is a disconnect between them and their bodies, their emotions. They can spend a lot of time in the mental planes. They're fantastic analyzers, but everything is a mental concept as opposed to an embodied experience of that emotion. Emotions are meant to be felt in the body. Sometimes it can be the case that the soul consciousness hasn't integrated fully. And part of that is because there is fear. It's not safe on this physical plane to incarnate fully. So clients can need support with that at times. 8s, when it's a positive, these people can really, really hold a room. They have no problem getting up in the middle of a room with lots of people in it and talking, communicating. They can, they feel comfortable in their skin when it's in talents.